Apocalypse. I always loved Riverside whenever I very first started playing Project Zomboid, so we're going to start in Riverside. Okay, so this build has always done pretty well for me. We are going to go we are going to go ahead and take Smoker. Um it's kind of a pain, but I want to get Cat's Eyes and Speed Demon, so that kind of balances it out. And who are we going to be today? Bro, what did they do to this poor woman's face? What the fuck is going on? I don't think there's any saving this dude, but we're gonna be Nevea bound. If you know, you know. Okay, so this is build 42, and I want to just see how different things are. I played a lot of build 42. There's a lot of videos of the testing, unstable era. If you were playing during that time, you know it was a mess. It was a disaster. So I'm hoping things look a lot better now. We're gonna go ahead and cook up all that meat while we check out the rest of the house. Your tank top, picture book. Really, a digital watch in the house? Okay, I mean that's fine with me. We'll make sure we know what time it is. Let's turn this on. Turn it down. Go to Life and Living and tune in. Chicken noodle soup, perfect. I need to make sure I'm not burning anything. That's uncooked, uncooked. Okay, everything's still cooking. Okay, and that's done. So, this house seems pretty normal, but also, like, I like how much, more unique the houses are. I will take a sheet, thank you. That's uncooked. Put that back in. So the reason we grab a sheet is you sheet craft sheet sling bag. Get yourself a bag right out of the gate. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're fine. Don't worry about that person. Let's just worry about what we got going on, you know? I could take this battery, I guess, but I don't think I need it. And it doesn't have the emergency broadcast, so not so worried. Okay, everything is cooked. Let's go out and explore. Let's see what the neighborhood's like. Okay, it is foggy today. Super curious about this bucket. What's going on here? Cast iron plant. Okay. Let's just go ahead and dispatch this zombie really quick. Oh, that was easy. Okay, zombies are pretty soft. And I'm locked out of my own shed. That's something that they need to fix. This shed is technically mine, and I should be able to get in there. Let's go check out this shed then. I kind of want to see. There are a lot of gardens, which I kind of like. That's pretty accurate for the time period. I know that my grandfather had a huge garden in his backyard, despite the fact that he lived on the equivalent of a postage stamp. What do we grow in? Almost ready for harvest. Plantains? Really? Ready to harvest. Chamomile. So let's take it. Okay, and it'll regrow. Okay, that's really cool, actually. Another garden. What do we got here? Young hemp. Young hemp. Young rye. Now, my grandfather never grew rye in his backyard. He mostly grew, like, fruit. Mostly berries and vegetables. I think that's a little bit more typical. Can't get in there, and I got a neighbor here. All the houses are unique now, it seems, which I think is a huge upgrade. It just... Oh, thank you for the residence key. Does that open the shed? Does that open the garage? No, it does not. I think it's just the house. Also, these trees are atrocious. Yeah, they gotta fix these trees, dude, because, like, in real life, that tree is not gonna obscure my view. Like, I know it's obscuring my view because of the game, but, like, it's above me, technically. Alright. Let's get this broken glass. I want in this shed. Garage, whatever this is. Hammer, screwdriver. There are bellows in there, which is interesting. I want to check out this house. How hard is it to just clear a house? Thought I heard a zombie, but I don't see a zombie. Lots of good books in the house, okay. Needles, I'll take. Sewing patterns, cool. I wouldn't mind trying that out. A hand axe, a guard. Whew. I don't think this is supposed to be this good. Let's go get water real quick. Just give me a drink. Just give me a drink. Just one drink. I never put my bag on. Whoops. All that could just go in the bag. Surely if I put all this stuff in there, it'll sort itself out, right? Okay, my weight's kind of sorted. This house is not very populated. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Now, some of the things that are in the house are interesting. Sleeping pills I will take. Alright, well, that's fun. The neighborhood is interesting, but I think I want to go get a car. And I do have a backup weapon when this rolling pin breaks. If I'll say one thing about it that I don't really like, is that combat is very much the same. And once you're, like, competent at fighting in Zomboid, hordes and zombies, they don't really become much of a threat. They're just not that dangerous. So I would like them to change some things for combat, make combat more interesting. And now I've broken the golden rule of recording, which is never move your microphone once you've set it, but I've moved it because I didn't like where it was. We got a bunch of zombies, but that's okay. We're gonna lose them all. You can see it's not hard to just walk past them, the slow shamblers. I will see you when we find a car, just like this. I will say I am pretty impressed with just how nice things look. I think the game looks way better now. Way better. Like, look at this little gondola thing. Like, this is cool. It's a nice touch. But, you know, for as much as it looks good, it's all about how it plays, right? So, I do want to say, though, I do want to give them their props. I want to give them their credit. The game looks way, way better. But we'll see if it plays better. That's what matters to me. I do want to talk about the game modes that they've added, because they've added quite a few. And one thing I really like about it is there is a default sprinter setting now. A hard mode that is significantly harder than CDDA. I will definitely be checking that out. Did I lose everyone already? I didn't even really do anything. I don't like that that door's open. I'll say that much. Or that one. What the hell? Why are they all open? What's going on? Also, everybody has a pool. Not everybody, but lots of pools. What was that? Hello? Ah. Okay, well, I will take that. All these doors are open? These houses? Which I think is not good. Okay, there are definitely zombies in here. Let's just drink something. I don't really have anything to drink out of. Let's pour this on the ground. I want to fill this with water. Oh my gosh, please. Okay, we got water. Where are we? I really don't know where we are. I'm sure the neighborhood has not changed that much. I want to know what that sign is. Children Medical Center, Riverside, Kentucky. So this is a new building. And it looks significantly new. Let's go check it out. Let's go see what's going on inside. Oh boy, more violence. I love it. Okay, I am getting a little annoyed by all these locked cars. I will say that. Let's smash this. Anybody hear that? They didn't. Perfect. So we'll hop in. What do we got in here? Bunch of junk. Unlock it and hotwire. Okay, so we've got a car now. It is a bad car, but we have one. Like, that would be a lot of time to clear all that out. Let's just go inside. There's just no way they would lock the doors, right? There's just no way. Let's just pop in here. Close the window behind us. Okay, let's just check this place out. What's in here? Nothing. Cool. I was very curious about this little shop, though. It feels like there's just significantly more places to loot, and looting is significantly more interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and just drink this grape juice. What do we got in here? I don't know if this is normal, but there's... Oh, cool. They actually included a bunch of the cards. I always thought that was a nice touch. These counters not existing, kind of weird and probably a bug. But hey, it's stable, so it's ready to play. So it's intentional, right? That's what that means. That's what they said. You can get a crazy amount of pills. That's cool. Let's just eat this steak. That'll take some weight off us. Probably don't need more than this in terms of meds. I don't need the tire iron or the tire pump. Or the welding torch. We'll get rid of those things. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this one? No. Interesting. It's like a little kitchen. Lots of good food in here. Where is this banging coming from? Here? Yep. So you could just set up in this base and then you don't really need to worry about food for a long, long time. One thing that's interesting is I don't know how to get to that stairwell. Here it is. Let's go upstairs. So there's like a reasonable amount of zombies, I would say. Okay. There are a lot of kitchens. Maybe this is a lab. This looks like more like a medical lab, actually. I don't think that's a kitchen in there. I was gonna say, I work in a hospital. My full-time job, I work in a hospital. Where is the banging coming from? Okay, there's one. Okay, so we have a satchel now, which is great. Satchels are actually different from backpacks. They are sling bags, obviously. But it's helpful, useful. Pen light, that's a perfect addition. And there's a lot of medical supplies. Now, I've always had a big issue with the way that medicine is implemented in Project Zomboid. With suture needle. Because by and large, you're pretty much getting killed if you get hit. So, I don't know how they can make that better, but I would love to see medicine be less useless. I guess I'll say it that way. Because at this point, medical, you know, it's not really doing much for you. The biggest advantage is painkillers and sleeping meds, allowing you to kind of cheese working out. So you can work out super hard, take a bunch of painkillers, work out, take a bunch of painkillers, and then fall asleep. Stuff like that. I think that's... Can I take that off the wall? No. Can I take the squirrel? No! I want to be able to take that! Let me cut that off the wall. I want that. Okay, so I guess follow-up question. Can I take this chair? Oh my gosh, you can take all of this stuff. This is cool. Also, dentistry. There's not usually dentist office, but I don't know about children's hospitals. I don't work at a children's hospital, but it seems unlikely that they would have a dentist on staff. That's my opinion. That may be incorrect, but my hospital does not have dentists, and so I think that is kind of strange. Even though it is a significant part of your healthcare, it is very separated from what I'll call traditional medicine, non-oral health medicine. Also, there's just so many meds. I know people wanted it to be more generous, and I think that is true. But this is supposed to be the, like, default setting, right? And it feels way too generous, almost. Because I haven't even been picking up all the painkillers, and I've already got 16. Which I do think is cool. I think it's actually better for a multiplayer situation now. Because if everybody needs, 2 packets of painkillers a week or whatever, then at least now you can do that. What? Biohazard container, that's cool. No, give me that. I want to see this. What? Is it just a case? Oh, that's dope. Okay, I like that. I like that. I do like that. Okay. Well, I don't think that would be standard in most hospitals. I don't think you usually have just unrailed landings like that. So that's maybe a problem. I don't think that's great. I think that's a problem. That's a huge problem. So first impressions, the game is pretty generous. Zombie population seems good, at least for Riverside. Seems multiplayer friendly, and it seems like there are a lot of pits that you can just fall into. Because I've heard of other people falling into things like basements that have ladders and being unable to get out because ladders do not work. But I think there's promise. I think there's a lot of potential for build 42. So maybe we'll do a playthrough. Maybe we'll do an actual playthrough and see what's going on. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. Let me know what city. Let me know if you want to see the harder modes, whatever. Thanks for watching. Take care. Love ya. Bye.